I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, admin is going to be end most probably by next week. We will wrap up the admins. Uh, okay, and we will start development. I think I will take some kind of one-to-one mock. I will test your knowledge in admin, Salesforce admin. Okay, it would be one-to-one. Okay, no worries. You don't need to worry. Like I won't ask you questions in front of everyone. It would be one-to-one. I will test the knowledge and I will give you some suggestions based on your like feedback and all. Like I will tell you like where you are lagging and if something I can help, I can you know make some plan for you. Today we are going to discuss about the auto launch flow and some pros like we will you know we will discuss about the process builder and workflow rules. Okay, so auto launch flow is the last flow in the flows in Salesforce flows. Um, right? Auto launch flow. By name itself, we can understand this flow will launch, you know, um, without any trigger actually. So you don't need to, launch this flow, um, manually or like, any record update or anything. So it can call this flow by using like we can call this flow from like different uh, can you yes yeah yeah our today's topic is auto launch flow in Salesforce. So this is last type of flow we are going to discuss in our class. So we have seen record trigger flow, screen flow, schedule flow, and this is the last type of flow in Salesforce. Like there are other flows also, but like these are the four types are important. Okay, so this flow can be called automatically by uh, in some other flows or Apex code or REST API. So Apex code and REST API we will discuss later, like when we're discussing about the development. But this flow can be called, in some other flows actually. Okay, it will run in the background actually. Uh, like we know, like record trigger flow will be invoked when the record is updated or deleted or inserted, right? And the screen flow useful for the taking the inputs from the user and based on the inputs it will create the records. Okay, and schedule flow we will put some time based on that time flow will be triggered and will do the some operations. Let's say I want to create some accounts by 6 p.m. every day. Okay, I want to create some task for the sales reps 6 p.m. every day. We can utilize the schedule flow. Okay, yeah. So let's see practical way like how we can create the auto launch flow. Like we will see one example. I'm just going to log in into my developer org. Going to flows. Okay, new flow. So this one auto launch flow no trigger launches when invoked by Apex processes REST API and more. This auto launch flow runs in the backend. I mean in the background. Okay, so you will see the different elements here: action, subflow, and assignments is common for every flow, decision common, like wait for conditions, wait for amount of time, wait for until date. These are the, like, for this flow, and we will see, and these are the common elements we see every flow. Like these also data related actions also common for all the flows, right? Now let's create, like, I want to, um, so whenever account is inserted, right? Whenever account is, when account is created, okay, from user, I want to create a contact for that account. Okay, contact name can be a account name. Okay, what else? Yeah, just simple contact creation. Like, along with that, we have to create one more. Ayyo. Okay, we have to create one more action called create a opportunity. Create a related opportunity for that account. This is our let's say this is our task, a requirement. So user will just create a account. Okay, he won't create any contact or opportunity. So in the backend, I mean in the background, one contact will be created with a account name, and also opportunity should be created. Okay, with account name. You can put like anything. The main intention is we have to create the two records. One is contact, another one is opportunity. Okay, so here we need to like what we need to select here. The first we will create the record trigger flow. Okay, we will talk about the record trigger flow first. To create the account now, first we need to create the account. I mean, first we need to create the contact, right? Sorry. So when that contact will be created, record trigger flow. So the object should be like what would be the object? Just uh, help me to create this flow. You can unmute yourself and help me to create this. Like what would the object? I need to create a contact on the account. Whenever the account is created, I need to create a contact. Why contact object? It should be a no. See, we our automation should be fired when the account is inserted. Okay, it should be account only. Yes. Okay, and the triggering, like when it should fire, a record is created. Okay, this is the first option. The next one, which option should I select? Okay, fine. So next I need to use the create records. So in create records will be useful for creating the new records. Okay, in Salesforce, create contact record. Okay, next, manually I'm using. So here we have to select the contact object, right? So last name is required field on the contact, so it will come automatically. I mean, by default it will come. So we have to, like, I'm just using the account name as a last name. Okay, triggering record from account name, right? And So we need to, let's go to the uh, contact record once to understand like what are the required fields we have to keep, and like what is the relationship field. Right, for example, if I open this contact, right, so here this contact is associated with this account Jenny point. So something we have relation, like relation should be there. We know already the relation between account and contact is lookup relationship. So what would be the, like what is the field, lookup field here? So this is the field actually, account name. So based on this account name only, this account ID, API is account ID, name is account name. So based, like if I change this account ID, right, to, if I give this some other account, this contact will move to that particular account. Okay, so we need to give the account ID, then only that contact will be associated with that particular account. So here account ID should be mandatory. So I need to, for example, if I create any account, that ID should be account ID should be, that account should have the contact, right? So here on the contact level, we have a field name called account ID, as you seen here, account ID that has to be given with the value which we got here, like where here in triggering record we will get account ID. So here in this block we are creating the new contact, and that contact is we are keeping the name as account name only, and account ID, like we have to map, right, that contact should be mapped to the, like whatever account is we are creating. Let's save this. Create account account record trigger flow. Okay, right, let's debug this. uh, okay, will activate, and now I'm trying to create a new account. Okay, new account. So we have a two different types, and let's go any of the different record type. I'm just giving mm, test account record triggered flow. Okay, I do not have any other yeah, required fields. Having this account source and save it. Field filter validation exception. The account is not active. Yes, yes, yes. We are getting some error um, from flow. So right, like from where I can debug the, like where I can see the flows error. Can anyone tell me? I want to see the flow error. Like how, like is it flow is is flow is firing any? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, all flows interface. All flows. So what is the date today? 27, right? Yeah, 27. Click on it. This error occurs when the flow tries to create a. Okay, let's open this. You will see it will go to the flow builder. So here we are getting an error. So this error occurs when the flow tries to create a record field filter validation exception. The selected account is not active. Okay, so we are getting field filter validation exception. So let's go to the contact. Basically, we are like system is trying to create a contact. Okay, then it's getting the error. It is trying to create a contact, but we are getting some exception. For that, I'm just going to the contact object. I will show you something. Contact. This is how you have to debug, in real-time projects also. So here, you see this message, field filter validation exception. Okay, if you don't know about this, I know this one. I'm just you know want you to understand like how you can understand that. Just put in Google. So lookup field. Actually, in previous classes, we were like at the time of we were discussing about the relationships, right? So in one of the class we discussed about the lookup filters. Okay, so where I can see the lookup filter. So here account ID is a lookup filter on the contact, right? So this is the lookup. If you go to this field, you will see one validation. Yeah, see this lookup filter. So this account, the selected account is not active. If you go to the flow, you will see the same message. The selected account is not active. So we are getting this exception. So we are getting this lookup filter exception because the account which we created, right, which we are trying to create, that account is not active. Okay, so I need to create an account. Where is that account? Yeah, uh, yeah, I need to create an account with status active. I mean, it should be true. I mean, it should be S. Let's try. Then only that lookup filter will allow us to take this account. Now it's successfully, created. You see this account is contact is also got created along with that account. Okay, which means our flow is working fine. Now, is it our task is completed? No, not yet. We need to create a opportunity as well along with that contact. So here I can now we will use the subflow. Okay, we can still use this record trigger flow which we uh, where is that flow? Yeah, I can still use this flow to create the contact, I mean opportunity, but I just want to show you an example, right? So here I will create one auto launch flow and then I will link that auto launch flow into our account record trigger flow. Okay, so we will create the auto launch flow now. So basically in real time the flows are very big, so it would be like it's not like the just two three elements. It would be like the entire whole screen cannot be uh, you know uh, enough actually. So those kind of flows we will see like you have to face actually. So in that, instead of creating everything in a single flow, like what we will do is, as a best practice, we will make the subflows. Okay, we will divide the flows into small parts and every small part will be connected each other, so that developers or admins can easily understand like what is exactly happening. So right now, I will create a subflow. I will create another flow, that is auto launch flow. By using the subflow action, we can link between the record trigger flow and auto launch flow. So auto launch flow cannot be invoked, right? We have to like there should be a help actually. So we are calling that auto launch flow by using the record trigger flow. So we can call the auto launch flow by using the apex as well. We will see later, and there are other ways also we can call, but right now we will discuss about the record trigger like this record trigger flow to auto launch flow, like how we can call. So let's create auto launch flow now. So when you are when you have to create a subflows, right? When you want to divide the big flow into small flows, you have to create the auto launch flow. The one main flow will be record trigger flow, and after from record trigger flow, like every flow will be, every part will be auto launch flow. Okay. So here I'm just going to the flows again. Yeah, auto launch flow. So you see this, you cannot find any, entry conditions or object selections, nothing you will find. And click on this one. I have to create an opportunity, right? Just directly go to create our records. Okay, create opportunity. From like when you click on new flow, right? You will see the option at the last option. Auto launch flow, no trigger. Yeah, you understand? Create opportunity. Okay, fine. So we will create only one opportunity, and the opportunity object. And you see these are the required fields. That's why these fields came, default. Close date. I want to give the close date, uh, today plus 15 days. Okay. Um, so I need to create a formula field here. I mean, formula, new resource, and formula. So here, close date 15 days, uh, formula, formula. Okay, we cannot put letters. Just a minute. Um, one, yeah, days of formula. Okay. Next, the type should be uh, date, and I want to, you know, today. I want to, you know, close date should be 15 days. I will put 15 days time to close. You can find the today. Today it will give the current today's date plus 15 days. Okay. Check syntax. So like, everything is fine. Just that's why it's showing valid and done. Next, name. Name and stays I can give anything prospecting. Okay. And I have to, the same way in the previous flow we were, mapping that contact to account by using the account ID, right? In opportunity also we have to map that account ID. So we need account ID name. I want to keep the account name as a opportunity name. I need to, I need to get the name and account ID from the previous flow. We have to pass, right? Here we have to pass. I need to pass this account ID and account name to the subflow. I mean the auto launch flow. So yeah, we will pass it. First, I will create the variables for that to store them. Just go to resource, new resource, variable. This one account name. The variable. So basically, what we are doing is this flow. There are two flows now. One flow, account details are there, and we are creating contact. Okay, whenever the account is inserted, we are creating the contact, and then we are calling into some other flow, that is auto launch flow. So we are creating opportunity, right? So to create the opportunity, I mean, I can put any name, but my requirement is to keep the same account name. So name, I should have the name, and account ID. Account IDs are required. Then only the newly created account opportunity will be, related to, I mean, will associate to account. Okay, so we are different scope, right? This is completely different flow. So we need to pass these two values. For that, first we have to create the two variables to store the values. So one is account name and the type is text. So it will these are the like variable, right? We will get the values from the main flow. I mean this flow. So which means these variables should be input variables. It should take the input from the main flow. So that's why I'm just keeping the available for input. Done. The same way, that account like that account will get from the first flow now. That account can be assigned to this name, account name. Now record ID. This record ID actually in Salesforce, like wherever you use the record ID, current record ID use, you can simply uh, you can simply uh, 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 record ID. We'll see record ID. Yeah. So first we will pass it from the I mean previous flow, and then we will discuss that next. I mean will scenario variable and record record ID. Text. I mean type should be text. I can put input. So record ID. Okay, it should be same. Done. So we'll get the record ID here, right? So everything is done. Let's save it. Mm, creating opportunity auto launch. Done. Save. Okay, we have to activate this flow. Then only we can able to call it. Okay, now let's go to the our previous flow. Close it. Let's go to the previous flow. Where is that? Yeah, here. And here you have to refresh it. Yeah, let's add the new element, and here you can click on the subflow. So here you will get the default, I mean you will get the all the subflows. Okay, here I have the standard subflows and custom subflows also. Like what is our subflow name? Create opportunity. What is our flow name? Creating opportunity. Yeah, creating. Yes. So now we will I have to give the create opportunity. Okay, now you will see this inputs, because this flow having the two variables, we selected those two variables for the inputs, right? You have to pass those values here. So when I enable that, right, I need to pass the account name. How can I pass triggering account and account name? Account name is my I mean field name, right? Now record ID is also same. So what is my record ID? Triggering account and account ID. Yes, account ID. Fine. So we are passing these two values, and then this flow will capture those two values and will create the opportunity. Let's save this. Yeah, save as new version and activate it. We'll activate it first. Okay, it's activated now. Now let's try to create a new account. Yeah, new. Next, test account RTF2. Okay, I need to give this active thing also, otherwise I will get error. And account sources I'm selecting as web. Save it. Let's see. You see this? Both contact and opportunities are created. And the 15 days. Today plus 15 days, right? So 14. And the account name. Opportunity name and account names are same. And I can see both contacts and opportunities in the same account related lists. This is how we can utilize the auto launch flows. Yeah, this is just a small, just a small example to understand the concept. But in real time, like we will have the different subflows. So we will call the different auto launch flows by using the subflow concept. Yeah, to minimize the flows. Length or like to reduce the like flow complexity in a single flow. We will make the flow. Do some reusable flows and all. Yeah, this is about the auto launch flow, and was added some nodes for that. You can have a look once. Okay. The next one is process builder. So process builder is actually it is a legacy tool. This is also useful for the like it is also point and click automation tool. So where we can update the fields and we can send the emails. Okay. It's it's a before flow version I can say. Okay, it was retired actually in the last December 2025. So you cannot create a new process builder, but you can utilize the existing process builder. So few projects they may have the old process builders. Those process builders are will work, but you cannot create a new process builder actually. If you go to the process, so you will see this option process builder, and you will see this nodes. Okay, in this automate. When I click on new, it will redirect to the flow builder. Okay, it will Salesforce will suggest you to create a flows. You cannot definitely you cannot create in the new arcs. You cannot create a new process builder. Okay, you have to create a flows. If you are having the existing process builder, those needs to be converted to flows. Those are very simple. Like we can migrate the flows. We can migrate the process builders to flows by using some small steps. Like so here, this is the migration steps. Analyze each process, understands the trigger criteria and actions, rebuild the same logic in record trigger flow. Okay, test the new flow, roll the sandboxes, deactivate the old process builders, activate the new flow. So these are the timelines. Actually, in the new X process builder is completely disabled. We cannot create that. And yeah, it's completely fully retirement. You cannot get the support from the Salesforce. For example, something happens. For example, in your project, process builder was already there, but you haven't migrated that process builder to flows. If you get any some question or some, if you need any support, right, we can basically Salesforce allow us to create a cases. So when you create a case, right, so Salesforce team will support team will reach out and they will help us for the technical details. And if something happens with the process builder, they may not help. Okay, that is the support actually. We won't get the support from the Salesforce, and that is about the process builder. Better to have some knowledge, but it's not that much recommended because flows are very advanced than process builder. Flows came after process builder only. And workflow rules, like workflow rules are also, it is also legacy tool, point to click tool. Like before process builder, they use people used to workflow rules to get the field updates, email notification, task creations, and outbound messages. Like these are the four actions we were able to do by using the workflow rules actually. So same concept, you cannot use the workflow rules. So if you have any workflow rules in your existing projects, you may need to migrate them. Where you can get the workflow rule, just type workflow in the setup, you will find these workflow rules. Continue. Yes. See this? There still workflow is the future of low code automation. You can use the create most of the automation upon the workflow rules. Start using the flows. Salesforce will recommend to create the flows only. Okay, but still I think you can create the workflows, but these are very outdated. Yeah, better to use the flows only because you will have the very limited actions. If you see this field updates, you can do the field updates. Email alerts also you can do in the flows. Task creations, outbound messages, everything can be do in the flows. There's just only four actions can able to do using the workflows. This is the comparisons you can have a look between the workflow rules, process builders, and flows. So this create shell records, it is not possible in workflow but possible in process builder and flows. Okay, and then same uh, calling apex, schedule actions. Loops is not supported in so loops, right? We have seen in before classes also to store the collection of records. For example, in one of the example, we have get all the emails from the users. Okay. Uh, yeah, that's all about the flows and workflow rules and process builder. Yeah, flows we have completed. Um, and I will put some project level task on the flows. I think was added. Yeah, I was added. Uh, what is this? These are apex, no? Flow scenarios. Yeah, these are the flow scenarios. Account. Let me change this to account flow triggers. Yeah. Hope you guys are doing the like implementing the project in your orgs. I was at this. These are the scenarios for record trigger flows, but I will also add for the screen flow. I mean, very limited scenarios I will add, and also in the screen flow we will see like different screen flows like how to call the um, LWC, right? How to integrate the LWC into screen flow. Those scenarios also we will discuss later when we discuss about the LWC, and I will also add small auto launch flows also. You can have this document look and start creating them. Okay. Yeah, that's all for today. Um, yeah, tomorrow is not possible for me to connect. I can compensate on the Sunday, the same time 8 to 9.